Yo, what up guys? Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amelia if you don't already know me, and today I am filming a video all about the best things to do in New York City. Stay to the end of this video if you're interested in all of my recommendations. Now let's get started. The first place I'm going to recommend is called Gallo Green. This is a place that I took my coworkers when they traveled from California to Manhattan when I was working in Manhattan in 2019, and they loved it. It's very cute up there. It's like basically like a garden on a rooftop. It's a bar, restaurant, very cute. You could take a lot of cute pictures upstairs. They used to have an interactive show on like the level below. I never did the show, but that is also something that's very interesting if you are interested in doing something unique and different. Gallo Green is the place to go. The next spot that I'm going to recommend is called Slate, New York. This bar, it's awesome. The entrance to this bar is a slide, which is so cool, so amazing. When you enter, you're in like this main area, and there are like two separate bars on the top floor, but then to go downstairs to the game area, because there's a ton of games and a bunch of like fun activities downstairs, you can either take the stairs or you can slide down the slide and enter through there. So I highly recommend going to Slate, New York. They don't serve the best drinks, but it's basically like get a beer or like a vodka soda or something like that. You're more there for the entertainment and for the games rather than like actually just going there for quality drinks. There's also another place in Manhattan that has a bunch of games and like really cool activities like ping pong, and I think they have live music too. It's called Fat Cat. That's definitely a place for like a cute date idea if you're interested in going somewhere where like you don't want to just sit there and talk. There are more games at Slate than at Fat Cat, and Slate is a little bit more of an upscale type of environment rather than at Fat Cat. It's like you're kind of going down into a basement and then it's like a recreational vibe. I was going to mention this one place that I went for brunch for Valentine's Day, but I just can't help myself from expressing my love for the Italian food in Manhattan. I recently went to Emilios Ballato, and nothing beats it. That food is so good. There are a ton of pictures of celebrities covering the walls. It's really, really good food. It's mega expensive, like very, very expensive, but it's totally worth the money. You get great quality service and the food is just to die for. They give you nice bread when you first sit down.
Listen, I'm Italian. As soon as I sit at a table, I gotta have bread within 15 seconds of sitting down, all right?
I got the spaghetti bolognese. I got that the last time that I went there. I only went there 2 times, but the 2 times that I've been there, it has been out of this world, to die for. Amazing food. The veal parmesan was amazing. The ravioli is also out of this world. You just really can't go wrong there. My other favorite Italian restaurant in Manhattan is Adalay. My boyfriend and I went to Adalay on our first date. Great things happen at Adalay. Whenever we go to Adalay, which we do go often, we get the meatball sliders, which are made with veal, which is just like totally elevated. It's so good. And then you can get a pasta, pizza, salad, anything. It's really, really good. We took my mom there for her birthday one year. My parents loved it. It's such a great spot that's kind of out of the way of everything. So if you are going to like a Broadway show or something more busy and you want to get out of like the hubbub of New York, sometimes it's hard to find a good restaurant in like the middle of like everything. I definitely recommend going to Adalay. That place is amazing, 10 out of 10. I have 3 more Italian restaurants that I'm going to recommend: Becco, Patricias, and Puglia. I went to Becco with my coworkers when I was working in Manhattan for our Christmas dinner. They have so much good food. Their pasta is amazing, and I highly recommend going there. This restaurant is actually owned by the chef Lydia. Her son owns it. Chef Lydia's son owns Becco. It has a definite New York feel where you like kind of go down a couple steps and then you enter the busy Italian restaurant, and then there's also an upstairs, but this restaurant is very, very good. I would definitely recommend going there if you are in the area. Puglia is actually in Little Italy, so if you want to get the Little Italy feel, definitely go to Little Italy, check it out. There's a ton of good restaurants and cafes, and you know, you walk around, you get a little cannoli, you get a little gelato, but if you want to have dinner, I recommend going to Puglia. I really liked their food when we went there. It's kind of crazy, like, I don't know if it was just like when we went kind of later at night, and like everybody stood on their tables and chairs and like swung their napkins around. So I don't know if that was like a thing that normally happens or if that just happened when I went there, but it's pretty fun, very entertaining. And then Patricias is the last Italian restaurant that I will recommend. I think it's like you pay a certain price and then you get unlimited food. Yeah, you get unlimited food and drink, which they just kept pouring wine. You definitely get wasted there. And it's kind of like a 21-year-old demographic. That place definitely felt like more like craziness rather than like, oh, I'm going to have a nice Italian dinner just to sit down and have like, you know, it's not like Amelia's Bellado, but the food was good and it was fun. I would recommend going to Joseph Leonard's for brunch. I went there on Valentine's Day with my boyfriend. I got the avocado toast with poached eggs. It was just such a cool atmosphere. It's kind of small, so you want to get there in advance, but I definitely recommend getting a nice little mimosa. And then I love that area in general where Joseph Leonard's is, so you can definitely bop around. If you're like waiting for a table, you can go to another bar around nearby, and it's great. Another place that I have gotten brunch before is the Smith and Barbunya. The Smith is an American restaurant and Barbunya is more of a Mediterranean feel. They're both like restaurants for all day, but I just so happen to go for brunch. One place that specifically has bottomless mimosas or bottomless beer or bottomless Bloody Marys is Tavern 29. This is advertised as a rooftop bar, but when I went, it wasn't on a rooftop. Like, I didn't go on the rooftop, but it was really fun. I went right before St. Patrick's Day. I wouldn't write home about the food there, but like we had a really good time just like drinking. But I also wouldn't say that the food was bad. It was decent, you know what I mean? I also got brunch at the Magic Hour rooftop for my cousin's birthday, and it was so much fun. The food was decent, it was okay. The drinks were kind of overpriced, but this place is so cool. They have a little like putting green on the rooftop. It's carnival themed, and it has like a carousel that like the bar looks like a carousel. It's really, really cute. I highly recommend going there for an experience. Another experience that you will get on a rooftop is at 235th. 235th is very nice in the summer and in the winter. In the winter they have those igloos and you can like put on like a coat. I never went in the winter, but when I did go in the summer, it's really nice. You get a nice view of the Empire State Building from 235th. If you guys are interested in clubbing at all, I highly recommend going to Marquee. Marquee is an amazing club, very fun, kind of packed. Another club vibe is Webster Hall. I went to Webster Hall ever since I was 18 years old. Webster Hall is very fun. It sometimes has like live music, but I only went when they were like DJs and it was just like a club at night. I wanted to recommend Hudson Terrace to you all, but apparently the name changed. I guess it's like different owners, but it is a really cool vibe if it is the same place. It's got like an upstairs and like it's a covered rooftop, but now it's called Harbor. So I guess I recommend going to Harbor, even though I've never been there. I've only been to Hudson Terrace, which is what it used to be called. Then another more low-key, but also kind of high-key place to go to party is called the Jane. This is actually a hotel, but like there's always a long line out the door just to like enter the club area. It looks like a lobby, but it's a club with a DJ and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend going there. Those are all like the big clubs that I have recommended or like on my list of recommendations, but I forgot to mention that you should definitely check out the Standard Beer Garden. The beer garden is really, really cute, but it's in an area where there is a rooftop like very close by. It's called the Standard High Line. How could I forget? Like the Standard Beer Garden and the Standard High Line. It's amazing. 10 out of 10 experience. You should definitely check that out. It's like all good vibes. Good vibes all around. Next up, I'm gonna recommend Kat's Delicatessen. You have to go there if you're visiting New York City. You can't leave New York without having a pastrami sandwich from Kat's Delicatessen. You have to go. You just have to.
Oh God. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I'll have what she's having.
Another place you should walk around and check out during lunch or dinner time is Italy in the Flatiron District. I met the chef Lydia in Italy, so you never know who's roaming around those streets. Always keep your eyes peeled for celebrities, okay? You can basically like pick up any kind of pasta sauce, anything that you want from the market. Then they also have a restaurant within the Italy area. The next place that I recommend is Tavern on the Green. Tavern on the Green, very cute, very expensive, but worth it, you know? You're in Central Park, it's pretty cool. If you're looking for something more casual, you know, you can get this for lunch, dinner, breakfast if you'd like, or a very late night drunk snack. The Halal Guys. The Halal Guys is actually a truck, kind of like near Rockefeller Center. It's like on 50 something. This food is out of this world, like mind-blowing good. It's crazy. In New Jersey, they have like the Halal Guys shops, but if you really want to get the real deal, the original Halal Guys, go to Manhattan, go to New York, get that and enjoy. My 2 dessert recommendations are Rice to Riches and Momofuku Milk Bar. I don't even know if it's called Momofuku anymore, but the milk bar has really cool ice cream. It's basically like supposed to taste like milk, and then they top it with cereal. Like, how amazing. Rice to Riches is a bar of rice pudding. It's amazing. The things they think of. I do have a lot of other recommendations of things to do in New York City that I have yet to do, like my New York City to-do list. So that video will be coming very soon. If you want to see that video, make sure you click subscribe and don't forget to follow along. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. I'm doing this really fast. That place is really cute. Oh, I have like this whole list for you guys.
I have to get every time it says New York.
The hot spots in New York City. We ordered the Montepulciano. You can get a Montepulciano. Anywhere that has Montepulciano, you can get Montepulciano. Can you guys tell that I like saying Montepulciano?